And she's, why couldn't you stand this guy for a whole year? Wouldn't even be in the same bedroom with him. And she said, well, how would you like it if your husband knows every thought you think? How could you live with that? That kind of accuracy, that there is absolutely no privacy, none. And that was her experience in living with this man who had come to life, revived. He revived, by the way, on the autopsy table.
Oh, God.
To the shock of the doctors at present. They had done what was called the T-square.
How long was he technically dead?
3 days. He was.
What did they stick the knife? Were they ready to stick the knife in?
They'd already done that.
Oh, God.
They had done what was called the T-cut.
Did that wait? No.
So the lower part had been split open. They were splitting open the trunk of the body. And he opened his eyes. Well, that's really kind of like a natural response. So the doctors didn't think anything of it.
What,
they simply closed his eyes.
Oh, I see.
And kept going. Natural response of the body, a reflex.
Right.
And they kept cutting, and he opened his eyes again, and again they didn't think anything of it, closed his eyes, kept cutting, and about halfway up the trunk now, opened his eyes for the third time, and the head of autopsy screamed, stepped backward, and had to take a 2-month vacation. He couldn't complete. And herein,
I'm about ready for that after hearing this.
Herein we have the case of George Rodenaya. I mean, like 2 years of surgeries to put this guy back together again, because he had been assassinated by the KGB.
Right. I think you've got your point across.
But
some.
I mean, how do you explain this?
Yeah, some of these people who hear about near-death experiences, they complain, oh, well, they weren't really dead. Well, they may have flatlined, but there must be an explanation for that, wherever they are. But in this case, when you're on the, I mean, what do these people want? Do they want you to come back after total decomposition? I mean, is that going to convince them? I mean, but in this case, where he was on the autopsy table and he's being cut up, that might.
We have a number of dramatic cases like that.
Right.
His is not the only one.
Did you see the light?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Can you tell us what?
To me, it was all encompassing. It wasn't a light, meaning a beam or a spot. It was everything, everywhere was that light.
And how did that feel to you?
My sense of that was being in the presence of God.
Had you?
And it was awesome.
Is that?
I use that word again. It's the only word I can use.
And did that experience of God coincide at all with what you'd been told about God before?
How can you tell anybody what the presence of God is? No religion can do it. No holy book can do it. No article can do it. No novel can do it. It's being there, consumed by that power that is so beyond power that it dissolves identity, it dissolves cells, it dissolves molecules, it dissolves even nakedness. It dissolves everything. It is so powerful. Again, it's beyond power. I mean, I can't describe for you what that's like. And I don't think anybody else can either.
Do you find yourself gravitating toward other people who've had these experiences? Do you like to hang out with?
I like to hang out with everybody.
Oh, okay.
Because I came back with that sense that everybody was my brother or my sister.
You experienced love.
I experienced total love, total oneness. No divisions anymore. I had to relearn the fact that we do have relationships that are supposed to be exclusive. And
want to comment on that?
Well, I had equal love for everybody. And my children resented that. They really did. They resented that. My daughter
They wanted
Natalie,
exclusive love.
my
from,
daughter came to me and said, I want to be exclusive to you, special to you. I don't want you to love me like you love every kid on the block.
Which is what you were doing
I
after
want,
exclusive
I want
attention.
to be special.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to sort of invent that or play act that until I could sort of get in the hang of it.
Mm-hmm. So one of the after effects is kind of disillusion of boundaries in a way, I would think.
They're gone.
Well, what does that mean for people? It
It
creates
means
some
a lot of
difficulties.
confusion. It means
Let's
depression.
say you had this experience of all-encompassing love and you wanted to express that in the workplace.
It's
Would
the,
that-
it's the mountaintop experience. It's the rooftop experience. You want to get on your roof and say, there's no such thing as death, and God is. You know, wake up, humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, humankind. There really is God,
Mm-hmm.
and there really is oneness. And you want to say that to everybody, and everybody thinks you're psychotic, and you belong in a psychiatric institution, and you learn to either shut up or use your words differently.
Right. Dr. Atwater, we have about 2 minutes left, less than that, I
Ooh.
think. And I have many, many, many more questions, and pages and pages of questions. And you would like to talk, I think, about the near-death experience of children, which are completely different from adults.
Well, the experience isn't
We
different,
can't do
but
it
how
now.
they respond
We
to
can't-
them is different.
Yeah, we can't do it now, but I would like to invite you to come back and talk about that.
Oh, I'd
would you?
love to. I would love to.
Good. Will you do that?
Yeah.
Good.
You
Good.
bet.
And one of the books that deals exclusively with
The New Children and Near-Death Experiences,
Uh-huh.
the big one on top of the Idiot's
I'll
book.
take your word for it. Okay.
Okay?
All right. I would like to thank the crew for going through this ordeal to put this show together. I think it took us an hour and a half to finally get the cameras rolling, but I'm so glad it happened. And I'm glad for your patience and sitting here for all that time under these glaring lights that I've never got used to.
I'm used to light. I mean,
I know, you've been in it.
thank you, light.
Okay. I hope this show has been helpful to some of you people. I hope you can open your mind to it. I hope you tune in for the next show when she'll talk about children's near experiences. It was a mind opener for me. I'd like to invite you back for that, and thank you for viewing this time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you.
Thank you.